Hey, this is Okay, back again with another inking video. Today I'm inking Tales from the Crypt Keeper 8, the next upcoming comic from Okayokayokok Comics. And this story, or this comic issue, is going to have two stories. It's going to have Mom's-a-thon and Drunken Daycare. In some of the past issues, we've had witches make their way into stories, and they're going to make their way back into this issue. And since I'm going to be inking witches tonight, I thought I would talk about witches as well. Last night, we were doing some new kinds of things, and we were over by Witch. I've not eaten at Witch but like once in my entire life, and it was on a trip a long time ago. They have a Witch in this area we were at, and it's always empty. I've never said I want to go eat there, but I just had this feeling like I feel like a sandwich. So we went and got the sandwich from Witch. We got the brunch witch, and let me tell you, that thing was the best sandwich I can ever remember eating. It was that good. Oh man. It's called the brunch witch. It's an egg witch at Witch. And this thing had lamb, it had cheese, bacon, egg, tomato, and the bread's made in-house, so that bread is toasty and fluffy and crispy on the edges. Oh, it was so good. The egg was like, sunny side up, runny, so it just kind of oozed into all the cracks of the sandwich and kind of bonded the meat to the bread. And the lamb meat was it was like Euro lamb meat, and it was amazing. Oh, I'm going to eat a brunch witch like once a week for the rest of my life. It was that good. So I highly suggest going to a witch if you are in the area of, if there's a witch in your area, go hunt it down and buy one of these egg witches. The brunch witch is what I got, and oh, it was so good. Both me and my wife split it, and we were both just like in love. And it's gonna be a long-lasting relationship, I can tell you that. So aside from sandwiches, I wanted to talk also, it's about scary season, or not scary season, it's the scary season, it's scary movie season. October is right around the corner. And that, as you know, I am like an avid scary movie watcher. I love scary movies, and October's coming up, and almost every October I start a scary movie marathon, and that this year is going to be no exception because let's see, I watched what was it, The Quiet Place last week, I think. It's out on rental. And it was okay, but the scary movie I watched from Netflix was called The Witch. I think it's spelled with two V's technically, but if you type in witch, you'll find it on Netflix. That was really amazing movie. It was an amazing movie. I really enjoyed watching it. It was like kind of an adventure, and I really liked the directing they did. It was a nice little mind game while you're watching, and it was kind of fun. You might like roll your eyes because it's what's it called, like a scene movie. It's a movie that takes place in a different era, and so there's a lot of language that they use in a different era, and it's not it's like King James version of the Bible, like, where art thou? So there's a lot of that kind of language, but if you can get through the language, the movie's awesome. I loved it, and throughout the whole thing you're wondering who's the witch, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And I highly suggest watching it if you have Netflix and you've got some time to kill, and you want to watch a scary movie. Another one would be what's that? The Conjuring, The Invitation. That's kind of a lesser known one. Gerald's Game, Hush. The Walking Dead came out with a new season, so I'm going to be catching up on my Walking Dead this week as well. Let's see. This brings me to some more ideas. If you have any scary movies that you love to watch, I'm going to list some out that I love on Netflix, that are on Netflix right now. This is September, so I'm sure in a couple of days when it becomes October, there's going to be a lot of scary movies added. But right now, I like, The Conjuring, The Witch, The Invitation, Gerald's Game, It Follows, Oculus, Hush, Babadook, The Void, The Moss, Horror Story, like the American Horror Story. Yeah, that's got a new season out, so I need to, check into that and see what that one's all about. 1922, another Stephen King Netflix adaptation, and Netflix did really well with their Stephen King adaptations. They've been out for probably 2 years now, but still worth a second viewing, I think. Let's see here. Where do we want to ink? Want to keep inking her or move on to another one? Let's move over here real quick. So I'm about to go on this like medical trip. I've got to go, do a leave of absence kind of thing and go get my health checked on. But when I get back from that is when I'm planning to start a Patreon, and the Patreon is going to be for definitely for people like you. If you're enjoying these videos I do, I'm going to be doing kind of like a more in-depth behind the scenes, working with you, the fan or the audience, anyone who likes these comics. The whole purpose of Patreon is not meant to create like Patreon only content. That's not the purpose. My purpose is still going to be doing everything I've normally done, but just to have more background, more developmental processes happening with more people, and kind of working on comics with people. Not necessarily collaborations all the time, but I'm talking about getting more sketches and learning more about the processes that I'm doing. For instance, let's go down here, and you see this sketch right here. I was looking at this and thought this would be a good example. I'm not quite finished with this panel, but I drew this face, and then I decided, that's not the right face. So I'm going to do a different expression, and I'm going to go to my sketch layer, which is all just black actually, but I've got a hue adjustment levels and that kind of thing layer, so it's turning all blue. Let's see. So I'm going to go onto the sketch layer, and what I think I'll do is maybe I'll just use my eraser and correct this. Sometimes I'll circle it and then pull it over to the side in case I do something and I end up messing it up. That way I can just always bring it back over. But I'm not thinking I'm gonna mess this up, or I don't plan on going back to the original because it's not the right facial expression, as I was thinking more about the comic. Let's see here. Talking about movies as well, I recently put up a poll on my DeviantArt page that asked which Jurassic World movie you liked better, the first one or the second one. And I thought, because I just recently watched it, it came out on DVD, so I was saving it until it was only like $1 to watch. I heard really bad things when it first came out, and so I was a little skeptical, and it was not a great movie, but I thought it was better than the first one. I know not everyone agrees with me, and I just I enjoyed it more, so I'm not gonna make a video just telling you why it's better, but because I don't believe it that much. I don't believe that strongly in that it's a better movie than the first, but I enjoyed it more than the first movie. Let's see. I thought there was so much wrong with it, and so much that they're just trying to reach out to a general audience that it kind of kills the whole vibe of the movie. It becomes a visual entertainment movie instead of, like, I really like the beginning and the end where Malcolm is talking, and kind of you're getting like the meat of the sandwich, the meat of the story, about genetic engineering and kind of the story behind what makes this an intriguing story, how it's relevant and all that. And then it goes into dinosaurs and volcanoes and dinosaurs, scary dinosaurs crawling on rooftops, and people reappearing out of nowhere, and people in the right places at the right time, and all that kind of stuff. And it's just and what was, I think, the funniest part was when the Chris Pratt's character just became like James Bond and is able to take out all these Secret Service dudes. And it's like, well, when did he get training on how to be a fighter, MMA fighter or something? Because he's going around like he's invincible. It kind of felt like a scene from Indiana Jones or something, where it just kind of broke reality, and I don't know. I had a few complaints about the movie, but ultimately I enjoyed it more than the first one. That's just me. And I put the poll out because I think there's so many differing views on Jurassic Park and the franchise. Like, some people hate Jurassic Park 3, some people love Jurassic Park 3. There's some people who really enjoyed Jurassic Park 2, but they don't enjoy Fallen Kingdom, which, to me it feels like there's a lot of repetition, a lot of kind of like how The Force Awakens really mirrored A New Hope. I feel like Fallen Kingdom really kind of mirrors The Lost World. So I don't know, just my 2 cents on Jurassic World. If you want to go vote for what movie you think is better, Jurassic World or Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, head over to my DeviantArt page. I think the first movie is winning by like 80%, so it's pretty much a knockout. Everyone loves the first movie and everyone hates the second movie. I guess I'm the only one in that category. So yeah, this person right here, we're making her look a little younger, and making her look a little a little despondent, I guess. Yeah. All right, and so the next video I make will be some coloring. So if you're interested in coloring and also hearing more about the Patreon, hopefully I'll be able to get another video out before I leave on September 30th, but who knows if that'll happen. You can subscribe if you don't want to miss that video, but leave a like button if you're enjoying these videos. If you want to hear more about the Patreon, you can hit me up on DeviantArt. I'm always paying attention to what people are saying on my DeviantArt page, and I do respond. So I'm thanking you for staying around and sticking around watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this and are looking forward to more videos. Thanks again. This is Okay, and I'm out.